Fearless Giovannino. Once upon a time there lived a young man who feared nothing in the world. Thus he was nicknamed Fearless Giovannino. One day, while wandering the world, he stumbled upon an inn and asked for a place to spend the night. "We are full," said the innkeeper, "but if you are not easily scared, I'll show you the way to the castle." "Ha! What is there to fear?" replied Giovannino. "There are voices. No one has ever left alive. I've seen it myself. A funeral procession heading to the castle in the morning with a coffin for the brave soul who dared spend the night there." And do you know what Giovannino did? He took a candle, a flask of wine, a generous piece of sausage, and went to spend the night at the castle. Exactly at midnight, as he sat at the table having his supper, a voice came from the fireplace. "Drop it!" "Well then, drop it," replied Giovannino. A human leg fell out of the fireplace. Giovannino took a sip of wine. The voice spoke again. "Drop it!" "Drop it?" The second leg fell out. Giovannino took a big bite of sausage. "Drop it!" "Drop it." A hand fell out. Giovannino started to whistle. "Drop it!" "Drop it!" The second hand fell out. "Drop it!" "Drop it!" The torso fell. The hands and legs immediately attached themselves to it, and a headless figure stood up. "Drop it!" "Drop it!" The head rolled out onto the shoulders. Before Giovannino stood a giant. The young man raised his glass and said, "To your health." "Take a candle and follow me," said the giant. Giovannino took the candle but didn't move. "You go first," said the giant. "You go first," replied Giovannino. "You," said the giant. "You," retorted Giovannino. The giant went ahead. They went through the entire castle this way. Giovannino followed with a candle in hand. Finally they reached a staircase, where a small door was located. "Open it," said the giant to Giovannino. "You open it," Giovannino replied. The giant pushed the door with his shoulder, and it swung open. A spiral staircase led deep underground. "Descend," said the giant. "You descend first," replied Giovannino. They descended into a dungeon, and the giant pointed to a huge stone slab on the ground. "Lift it." "Ha! You lift it yourself," said Giovannino, and the giant lifted the slab as if it were made of pumice. Under the slab were 3 pots of gold. "Carry them upstairs," said the giant. "Ha! You carry them yourself," replied Giovannino. The giant carried all the gold upstairs. When they were back in the hall with the fireplace, the giant said, "Giovannino, the enchantment has been broken." The giant's leg fell off and disappeared into the fireplace. "Take 1 pot of gold for yourself." The giant's hand detached and followed. "Give the second to the people who come for you thinking you're dead." The second hand detached and followed the first. "Give the third pot to a passing beggar." The second leg detached and the torso sat on the floor. "Take the castle for yourself. Its owners have long passed away, and their lineage has ended." The head detached and fell next to him. The torso rose and vanished into the fireplace. The head followed suit. At dawn, singing was heard. It was a funeral procession, heading to the castle for the Giovannino's body. and he stood by the window puffing on his pipe. Since then, Giovannino lived happily and prosperously in the castle. He lived until one day something happened to him. What do you think? He glanced back, saw his shadow, and was so frightened that he died on the spot. The Rabbit Reader read for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and dream.